signing up for next week, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, let's take this out of here. Okay. I may not look like it, and I don't know if I fit your example of what it should be, but I am a private investigator. I've been an investigator for more years than most of you are old, and I just had a Jack Daniels, so I'm not sure that I'm going to do this really well, but okay. So the deal is in transit, and I'll just tell you that I now do a real serious job, and I work for a quasi-government organization. I used to be private, and when you're private, you do all kinds of very strange, weird things. One of those things is surveillance for people who think that their spouses might be cheating. Well, in general, they don't think that unless they are. So most of the time, all I'm doing is confirming. And I had a situation where at one time I had a very large investigative agency, probably 22 or 23 females. And I thought, this is really cool. I will send one of my girls to do a surveillance that has to be done. Except that her child was sick and she couldn't work. So I called another one of my girls, and her husband said, absolutely, you cannot work tonight. You've worked 4 nights in a row, you cannot work tonight. And I went down the list, and it turned out that I was the only person available. Well, the one thing I hate to do is surveillance. But I figured, well, if I can get there, that's my in transit, because I thought I was next week. If I can get there, I can do the job. So I called another one of the girls, and she said, okay, I've got a babysit for my kids, but if I can get you there, then you can do the job. And I said, great, just please, when I call you at about 4 o'clock in the morning, come pick me up, because it's going to be really late and I'm going to be really tired. So I put on my camouflage outfit, and you can picture this body in camouflage, okay? I had a watch cap on my head. It was cold, it was raining. I was not a very, very happy camper. But she dropped me off about 4 blocks from the house, and I walked through the woods. It was a wooded area, obviously, or I wouldn't have walked through the woods. And I got to this area where the house was located. Now, I must tell you, is anybody familiar with, oh, of course you're not familiar with it, it's in Wisconsin, but at any rate, I went to this location where there were some beautiful homes. I mean, gorgeous homes. We're talking, in Wisconsin, they were $1 million homes. In here, in this area in Villanova, they would be $3 million homes. So you picture the concept. And the home I'm looking at happened to belong to a gentleman who unfortunately happened to be in a business where if you don't do your job right, they put cement shoes on your feet and they drop you in Lake Michigan, which is, wasn't it Lake Michigan? One of those lakes out there. At any rate, I decided that I should do this job right, especially since he was paying in cash. And well, all I had to do was watch the house. So I realized that the house is in a cul-de-sac, and coincidentally, everybody's name ended with a vowel. They were, you know, I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, okay? I really like everybody, but it just so happened that Petrillo and D'Annunzio, they were all there. And interestingly enough, each of the houses had something in common. The thing that they had in common was that every one of them had a big lamp in the middle of the front window that had things hanging from it, and they had the drapes that were held back by little things that spangled, and it just kind of had a God effect. I don't want to suggest that anybody, you know, this is not, you know, if you're Italian out there, please, I didn't say that, okay? Okay? And my shoes fit. I don't need cement shoes. My shoes are very nice, okay? Anyhow, so I get out there and it's fine, and I'm wearing my camouflage, and there's a cul-de-sac in the middle. And my only job is to watch a house for a period of time. I can watch a house for a period of time. That's not a big deal. My client is going to be gone, and he believes that somebody is going to go to that house and perhaps keep his wife company when he's not around. And I only have this one night to do it. So I sneak into the woods. I sneak through. I get to the cul-de-sac. I find a good place to sit down. I sit cross-legged, and I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm watching the house, and then I feel drip, 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 and then it starts to pour. It's raining so bad, and I am so unhappy, and it's only 9 o'clock at night, and I have to be there until I know that lights are out, and I see that somebody has come, and I see that someone has gone. And I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. So in my head, I'm singing Beatles songs, because I'm of that era, so I sing Beatles songs in my head. I have now gone through the entire Beatles songbook, and nothing works. And I start to hear noises, and I'm getting really upset, because it's starting to get really creepy. So I stand up, because my foot's asleep, and I step back, and I bump into something. And it's soft, and it's squishy, and I go like that. And, oh my God, there's another person back there. I have come butt to butt with someone else's butts. But this butt turns and faces me, and this butt is dressed in a watch cap and camouflage, and has a gun at my face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I bumped into an FBI agent on a surveillance. Needless to say, several hours later, over hot coffee and cold Chinese food, the agent and I decided that this never happened. He was as embarrassed as I was. And so as a result of that, fortunately, Mrs. D'Annunzio wasn't doing anything that evening, and the FBI agent swore to it. Thank you.